alarm, and I put my alarm on, but it didn't go off. So
don't worry, I don't get out of bed right away. It's the same. But I had a chance to look at your shot, and it's looking awesome. So
Thanks.
yeah, you probably wouldn't even need too much notes anyway. It's just it's a lot of it is probably just building up on your shot and adding more poses. And I saw another version there. Is that just like a spline?
I just
it is
pressed spline.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's actually the same, but
Yeah, spline
I
mode.
think I prefer getting notes on the steps.
Yeah, we'll do another round of stepped, and I think you can add in a couple more poses just to clean it up as well, so it'd be easier for you to go on the spline.
Okay.
And then there's some timing stuff at the end as well, which you can
Yeah, I agree.
adjust.
It's a bit too fast at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
It's actually while we're on it, so I think because you took the reference from a sped up video as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can see like the greyhound like running really fast. So, and you're getting the timing of that. That's why it feels fast.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can do is, well, what you got out of it are the nice poses, which is really cool. So actually, I wanted to mention as well here. So again, overall, the shot's feeling awesome. Like you have some really nice poses. It's a really fun shot. It's gonna turn out really awesome. I think this turn could do with more time. And I know like it's going from here to here is stepped. I feel like your wolf is slightly bigger and heavier, so you could do with a few more frames of turning here, and it'll really feel nice. So the same type of jumping across, the poses you have are nice. You probably just need to stretch out the time.
Okay.
So what you could do is add in a couple more poses as well, which can help you decide how much time you need. You might need maybe an extra, if I play it, you might even just require say 4 or 5 frames max on that turn, just like right on this part here, going get like a nice heavy turn going into that run, and it's going to feel correct for the size of your wolf. So maybe get, let's see, so this pose is nice. You probably want something like this, maybe this pose, this one or even both. So getting the, actually even this one's good, pushing off, pushing off, so getting that push off, and then and even like this pose. Should be out here a bit more. It's just a quick drawing. So yeah, something in between these two.
Okay.
Just to like see how much time you need, what feels nice, and then you can adjust your spacing. And then yes, and then your run is quick because of this video is sped up. You could always just slow this video down. Actually, let's see if I can do it here. Sometimes I do like a frame rate change in the player I'm using just to feel the speed. You know, that feels nice.
Yeah, it feels a lot better.
Yeah. And then you can, that gives you an idea of, you know, how much to slow it down. So, and that makes it feel heavier. So that combined with what you can do is let the dog run out first, or the wolf. So let the wolf kind of get around here before moving the camera. So yeah, so right now, because the camera locks on, that also makes the dog feel a little light. If you let it just lead first and then catch up, like around here you can center again, that's also going to help with making it feel natural and heavier. Just looking at your stride there, and it feels pretty good. Did you like use any like clone mesh method or anything, or you just straight ahead?
I started out with few poses and then repositioned the wolf first. But no, I didn't use clone meshes.
Oh, okay, yep.
But I do have the feeling, especially in a few poses, there could be more spacing. But
It feels pretty good. What would help is even turning on ambient occlusion just to get the shadows at the bottom.
okay.
Yeah, or having, I don't know, more rocks or something, and maybe some like cubes, just so I can kind of gauge the distance he's moving, and also where the feet are. Like, it looks like here the feet is planted on this spot, but then yeah, so your wolf didn't move forward here, if you know what I mean, like, because your foot plant is here, so you should really be, instead of the foot coming back here, you would be like pushing off that foot, so then your wolf would be more forward in that case. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, instead of like instead of the hips staying in the same place and then the legs going up, that would have pushed him forward. these feel good. Yeah, what would help you is also just on these contact points here, just moving forward, just the extra foot, let's see, just the extra foot contact, just to help help you see where the foot is leaving as it goes into the next pose, so you can feel the feet flat and then pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just that one. It kind of runs on the spot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Poor mouse. Yeah, this feels nice. Entrance. That is for contact. Yeah, it's probably the same thing. So this feels good, like that. It's probably going to be more extended, like pushing off from this spot. So you're going up there. You might even have this foot could still be down, and then extended there, kicking up. Just to help sell that dive. Yeah. So you could actually, to make the wolf dive further as well, or really extend here, is put, I guess the rat kind of ends up here, so you can make him a bit further ahead maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'll work nicer. Just to make the, just to justify the leap, because here it's a bit close, and yeah, get like just to push that leap, get like a nicer extended leap here, which would be cool. Again, some nice shapes, nice poses, so good stuff.
Thanks.
I was gonna leave the tail pass for even like later as you go into splining. Like for now, the tail is fine, so I'm not gonna give you really any notes on it, unless maybe on the wagging or something. But usually I would do the tail last. I might pose it in spline, but I would still leave it to last.
Okay.
It's kind of how I work. I'm sure you do the same, right? You just leave it last.
Yeah, because the rest of the body decides what the tail does eventually. So
Yeah, it
as
drives
long
it.
as you change the body, that
Yeah,
means the tail has to change all the time as well. So.
exactly. Good shape here. You could probably give. Did you? Was this the limbic cache you gave to Subi? This version?
Almost this version,
Oh,
but
okay.
a bit before.
Yeah, it's fine. He's got something to play with for now. You can update him like next week or something.
Okay.
You can probably sell this weight by flattening it out a bit more. Just get that same line, that same angle. I meant. Push that down a bit. Yeah, I was thinking about this pose, and even though I like it, I always think, I wonder if it's too cat-like. Like if it's all the limbs are on the ground, I always thought like you have the paw up here, which is nice. Maybe if that would be up here at, or even like starting to come up there. Yeah, I was just thinking about it. That's all. I think in the reference, it's hard to tell in a reference, but yeah, I guess when you're adding in those extra poses, this paw can come up earlier as the body or come over. Yeah, and even like I can see the back legs. So maybe the other leg is still just coming off the ground, and then this one comes up too. Just starts to come up. And then just slightly slightly less tucked in this other leg, I think. Still kind of just to make it feel like they're not all tucking in at the same time.
Okay.
Even though it's like, still like one step pose, but I like to feel that in the pose.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean. work on this shape a bit. Just looking at the back shape here is very straight. Maybe we can get some maybe the chest can be kind of lower, the butt higher, just to get something, just a curve in there. So you go from get that curve into the shape. Yeah, maybe more slightly. So maybe I think here get the chest more. So you can keep the butt there, then push the chest down a little. Hold on, that's not trying to get more like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just to get away from this straight cylinder back. You want something more interesting, more real. And going from this pose to this pose, like this is, this is cool, this is interesting. And then you move the butt up and then the head up, but the chest doesn't move as well.
Okay.
And then that you get back into this square shape in the body. Looking at some poses actually. I just Google imaged, and I think you had some too in your reference. Actually, let's look at yours. But you can see like the body in these poses in these drawings are never like just square, I guess, not a block. There's always like a little curve in the spine and the butt and then the neck. So you want to try and get that as well. I think you get some similar, yeah. So like, so if we look at these, yeah, there's like nice lines in the shape, nice curves. Yeah, so it never hits like this shape in the body. Yeah, even something like, even if you rotated like the chest and hips together, to create a nicer shape. This is sitting down one. And this is the first wind up for the the throw or the kind of shake, so you can really like get the flexibility in the head. So even in this one, you can build that anticipation a bit, get it around. Just keep that knee there. And I keep the shape. This is nice. And overall, you got some nice, like, head leading the chest and the hips, which is cool. Maybe just watch out for this sharp angle and this shape. So it'd be more like that. See if you can get the neck still kind of up here, coming down, and the nose down here. So if you can get something like that. So this is nice. And then just trying to get like a nicer like line in the neck, not so sharp. It's probably just a translation, just pushing it back that way. And here as well, it's probably just pushing that up a bit. So you want to get maybe in the head. Don't be afraid to use some chest here as well. So when you come across, you can slightly, push the head over here a bit by pushing the chest over a little. Okay. Just using a bit more. And I know, like in the reference, they use a lot of like just neck and head, but you can sort it out a bit with the bit more in the chest. I think it will work. And I think you're using a lot of Y rotation, right? Which is nice. You can get a bit more Z in the hips and the chest as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work. So get like multi-axis movement there. That'd work really well. Yeah, right now it's just, I can feel it just going that way and that way on the hips. just looking at the angle of the head, we can start to vary it up just a bit. So they're good. So I was thinking, because you hit this pose, I think starts to get a bit unnatural there. So what you can do is go from here, and instead of flipping this way, we can also vary up the poses by flipping the other way, so you see a bit more chin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you go from here to that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Get that angle, and you see more like chin, lower mouth, and that will feel also like you're varying up the poses. But I think also that angle would feel more natural, so you kind of go that way. And then you can swing back around this way, so the top of the head would be like that.
Oh yeah.
Coming over here for this, so you get a bit more rotation as well in the head, rather than just side to side, like some nice natural rolls. And then here you can, this one feels nice, so you can keep that. So for this one, you can rotate over even more and maybe just see, like the rat underneath, and the nose is up here. So really push that roll over, which would be neat. So you just see a little bit of ear there. And then we can feel it on this side now. So roll it over this way, just to vary it up, because we always see it from this angle. So this is cool. Your knee here. That's push that in. I think to sell this story, just overlap their head on this pose here. Yeah, I love this beat. The playfulness is pretty cool. We're starting to inject some personality into the wolf, which is cool. I think this is good that he's looking at the rat, and I was thinking here just before, so this is all good because you get him leaping up. Just thinking it wouldn't make sense for the dog here to look away, so this feels nice, keeping that goal. So maybe keep that, even though the dog looks up, keep it looking over here.
Okay.
Yes. And then when you stand up to go into this jump, then you can turn the head this way. So just keep looking a bit longer, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. See, this pose is nice. It probably look more like this, actually, just like the reference.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think by this stage, let's see. I think this stage you can see, like in the reference, the chest drops down. So I think the chest here kind of drop down a bit more, even if the butt is cupping over. It's probably not so high. It's probably something like that. So the spine shape more, get more of like the chest coming down and lowered rather than high up here. It's a bit lower. And the same here as well. Probably just a bit flatter. I hope that drawing makes sense.
It does.
Yeah, it has to feel like it's this nice fluid movement in the spine and led by the head going up, which is what you're doing. Yeah, it's a get more like.
Yeah.
So you can add in a couple more poses in this moment too, just to smooth it out and see how it feels with your timing. It all feels pretty good, but sometimes it might be too slow, sometimes it might be too quick. That feels good. I just feel like the head shrinks here, like it kind of just goes back in camera depth, too much there, or maybe it's more the pose. Maybe it just needs to be more like that. It feels like, yeah, we just lose the shape of the head for some reason. Like this feels nice here on model, and this feels nice on model. It's just this in between for some reason. So maybe it's just, yeah, just like rotating it out or translating the chest back this way or something, or rotating. But yeah, this volume feels nicer. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I dig this shot. I think it's cool.
Good.
You gave this wolf so much personality. I love it. Just checking your footsteps here. Feels like it pushes off correctly, which is cool. Yeah, you can add it in between here of how this foot gets from there to here. So even like maybe on this pose you can plan here, which is nice. Maybe here you can just be up like that one, or maybe it's in the pose you can add in. Let me just see something. I was like looking at drawings. Just trying to see your back there. I wonder if this oops. I wonder, I'm just looking at this shape here, if it fits well. This feels a bit high to me. I want to see how other people did it too. So it's just looking at the ankle bit. Look at the size of this wolf.
Whoa.
Yeah, this feels pretty good. Good angles. feel nicer, just slightly lower. How would that look? Yeah, that's all right. Actually, that's alright. Let's put it too low. This feels good. Yeah, maybe like get something closer to this pose for this pose.
Okay.
Yeah, this one just feels a bit uncomfortable to me, not as natural. Whereas this one feels a lot more natural. I think because it's just more in line with, you know, the chest, and there's a bit more weight on it. This one is kind of rotated up a bit too far. And I was thinking about this little hop with the back legs. I was like, oh, should it do it? But I think it gives a good personality. It's kind of playful, which I like. What you need to do, I think, is make it feel like, so in a reference, you get this shape, and the butt's here, and then it jumps that way. So it feels like the chest pushes down to support this, you know, the weight on the arms, to let the butt jump up, and also gives it an anchor to let it pivot around. And then now it's over here from over there, and I think that would set up your turn a lot better if you were from here, and then you get the weight more like that dog, where you push down, you translate down, and you probably even go lower, and you can really, you know, you can rotate, get down, rotate out a bit more to feel like the weight is pushing on the chest, and then that would push down on your legs a bit more. And then from there, your butt needs to swing around a bit more, so when you land in this pose again, it's over here a bit more, like this guy. So let's do it again. So, you know, your legs would be more, maybe even more around to camera, because you're gonna run and jump screen left anyway, so you're setting it up for that turn. Yeah, which then you have this jump again, so here, which is good. So yeah, so something, you're slowly coming this way, edging this way, but swing it around more. I hope that was clear.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So going from, that's top, swing around there to there, and then this is the pose you want, and it runs off that way. Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't look like he's just jumping up and down on the spot. Gives it some, make use of the camera space, the depth. Yeah, you can feel it in the little dog. I can see it now. Jump down, and then and that shows like the way he pivots. He's like thinking about it. He's already like, I'm gonna run that way, but I need to put my butt over here, so I need to do these little hops to help me run that way. And actually, I just realized, because of the reference in the corner, that we're only using this corner of camera space, so you can start to center, using the camera to center the wolf a bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be dead center, but just get him out of this corner. So it can even be just a bit more like here. And then you have more room for the turn and a run. And then that's when that would make your job easier for the wolf to run, and the camera, gets left behind by a little bit and then catches up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it there.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff. It's a beautiful shot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Going back to bed?
Maybe. I also have to pack stuff for moving to my new workspace. So.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, nice one. All right then. Well, great work as usual, and I'll speak to you next week.
Yeah, cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
All right, Ruth. See ya.
Bye-bye.